I didn't care about them. All I knew was that my meal was calling and I was gonna come. Period. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl XO Kara, but you can call me Kara, and I'm back with another freaking video. And today, if you read by that title, that's right you guys, I'm back here with another juicy story time. And if you ain't see the last spicy story time, then y'all need to click that card or go back to my channel and find it. It was my first time with a girl story time. A lot of you guys really liked that. It got over 10K views, so keep running that video up for me, guys. And we're about to just get right into this. I'm not gonna make the intro long because y'all already know what I came to do. Before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl channel, and turn on your post notifications so you always know when I drop another video. Okay y'all, this story time takes place the beginning of my 9th grade year. When I say the beginning, girl, I mean like the beginning. Like sis ain't been a high schooler, a 9th grader, a freshman, all of but like what, a couple weeks or something like that. But anyway, so also just to point that out there, this story time is like right before I started dating Gregory. So if you've seen the last story time, you know who Gregory is. So moving along, it was this boy that I used to have a crush on, and his name was Yancey. Well, his name wasn't Yancey, but we just gonna call him Yancey for the sake of this video. Okay, so when I first had noticed, mind you, Yancey, he's an upperclassman. So when I first started noticing Yancey, it probably was like my 8th grade year, my 8th, 7th grade year. Because, okay, so when I'm in 9th grade, he's a senior. So if I was in 8th grade, he was in 11th. And if I was in 7th, then he was in 10th. Yeah. So that's when we started seeing more of the upperclassmen, because we moved up on the campus to like all the you know, the seniors and the 9th graders and all that other stuff. So everybody was on hype. So that's how I developed my crush for Yancey in the 8th, I think it was like 7th, 8th grade. I don't really know. So I don't really know how we first started talking or whatever, but I just know that like it graduated to like Facebook. Like during this time, I know people used to be like poking each other like back and forth, and that kind of like symbolized that, you know, you want the kid. If you poking me, poke back, playing hide and seek or whatever. So we just started messaging. So everything all good and gravy. And this is like right before school starts. So like all of this is going on in the summertime with like the poking back and forth. So when we got back to school, I'm thinking everything all cool, fine, and dandy, because you know now we're texting and stuff like that. Unbeknownst to me, like he was talking to some other girl, and we gonna name her Dana. He was talking to some other girl, but at the time I didn't like. It was like I knew, but I didn't know that they were like a thing. I kind of thought like it was just like, you know how guys are, like they flirt with different women and stuff like that, but like it's never really nothing more to it. So I kind of thought like it was like one of them situations, but I was wrong. Okay y'all, so it was this one night, and Dana woke a couple of us up out our sleep and was basically like telling us that Yancey was inviting us, and they had a few other guys over there at their dorm. So we gonna name, it was me and 3 other girls. So we gonna name the 3 other girls Sunny, Rainy, and Stormy. Don't ask me why, that's just their name. Sunny, Rainy, and Stormy. And then there's me. So at that point we all get up or whatever, we get dressed because we excited, because I'm like, oh, like my boo over there, of course I'm gonna go over there. Like I didn't know like what the other people was gonna do, but at that point I didn't care about them. All I knew was that my meal was calling and I was gonna come. Period. Okay, so now I could get into the setup of like how like the dorm is, so I could give y'all like a complete full visual so y'all can know. So like how the seniors dorms is set up is basically like, it's 4 people inside the room, but it's 2 like separate bedrooms. So you got one person right there with another roommate, and then there's like this small hall, if I'm remembering correctly, because this was a long time ago y'all. I'm 26 now, and this happened when sis was like 15, 14. So yeah, we're not even about to get in all that. That's like 10 years ago. Anyway, so the way it was like this little hallway from like what I can remember, like the small like little walkway, and then you lead over into the other two beds. They have the other two people in there. So we leaving out, and Dana decided to open up the door for us, like so that way. And then she said that she would, you know, if we text her or something like that, she would be there so that way that she could open up the door back, that she could open the door back open for us, because once you close the door after certain hours, the door is locked. So in order for us to do this, we definitely had to sneak off the dorm floor. It was past our bedtime. Our bedtime during that time, I think, was like 9:30 or something like that, or 10. So when we get there, let's just say, okay, so when we get there, whatever, I already told you how to set up. We got there, whatever, safe sound, we didn't get caught. Now, Cloudy was the only other person I knew that had a crush, that she was crushing on somebody there as well too. But the difference is Cloudy and, we gonna call the guy Jacob. We gonna call the guy Jacob. And so Cloudy and Jacob, they weren't like even like talking. They weren't like, this is their first like encounter. So sis was just hype, or whatever the case may be, that her crush was there, and you know, we was over there chilling. Now the other two dudes, I don't really remember their names. Like, they're a blur to me, because as I continue on with the story, like they were doing their own little separate thing, and then like we were in the one room, because Jacob was Johnson's roommate. Okay, so as we in there, we all chilling at first and stuff like that, and then everybody just go into their like little designated areas. So it's me and Yonsei, Cloudy and Jacob, and then the other room is Sunny and Stormy. Don't really remember the names of the dudes that they was with. Like, I can't tell you that like at all whatsoever. So I'm gonna just speak on me and Yonsei. So me and Yonsei, we just start kissing and stuff like that. Like, it's getting real heated and whatnot. Like, at this point, I think at this point, like, for everybody, it was just one big old giant makeout sesh. Like, it was giving orgy. Like, it was for sure giving orgy. Like, that was just too much for me. So we all in there, and then me and Yonsei, we kissing and stuff is starting to get heated, and he basically asked me, was I a virgin? And I told him, like, yeah, I'm a virgin. So he asked me, like, did I want to like go any farther or whatever. And I was kind of nervous, or whatever the case may be. And at first I said yeah, but then after that, like, as we started to like get more heated and stuff like that, I think he kind of felt my energy, and we both kind of just like chill off of that, and we just got back to like kissing and stuff like that, which I respected, because like it didn't feel like he was like forcing himself on me or anything like that. Like, if I wasn't comfortable, you know, he fell back. So after that, we kind of stopped, and then Sunny and Stormy come in from the other room, and we're all sitting down and we chilling, talking together, and we vibing. So then out of nowhere, somebody was like, yeah, we should switch partners or something like that. And I'm like, switch? Like, what do you mean switch? Like, I didn't come, like, at that moment, that's when I knew what type of party it was and what the hell I done got myself into. Because when they said switch and Yonsei was okay with us switching, y'all, my heart was broke, because I'm like, I thought you was for me. Like, I thought you wanted me. No, girl. So I ended up just taking one for the team, and so everybody like switched off. I guess I don't even remember how it went, like who chose who or what. But when I went with the other dude, so it was like with the other two dudes that I said was a blur. Like, I don't even freaking whatever. They're a non-factor in this moment at this point. But I went in there with the dude, and like, of course he like tried me or whatever, but I told him I'm not on there. Like, I didn't come here for you, I only came here for him. So he understood that too, and you know, we just sat there and we talked and chilled, or whatever case may be, while I guess, I don't even know, I don't think I was paying attention to like the person that was across from me. I don't even remember who was across from me at that point, because it was dark or whatever. But so after that, we made it safely back to our dorms. Dana had came downstairs and opened up the door for us, and we all laid down peacefully, happy that we was outside running around being grown, the whole nine. So the next day came, and let me sit. Ooh, y'all. So the next day had came, and somebody, I think it was, I want to say it was Cloudy who told somebody, like it was this girl who, like, she just runs her mouth, like she just ran her mouth, ran, yep. And Cloudy takes it upon herself to tell the loudest person in our grade what just went down last night. So after Cloudy had told the loudmouth, that's what we gonna call her, after Cloudy told loudmouth told somebody else, and then somebody else told somebody else, and all of that led up, because this was during the school hours, so all of that led up to us having to go to the principal's office. Mind you, I'm pretty sure like people was just I'm pretty sure once somebody told somebody else, since it was I went to a boarding school, y'all, so like even though it was big, it was small. Like everybody, you know, you with these group of peoples all year, like from whatever grade you came in up until you graduate high school, from elementary to high school. So like, you know everybody, so of course everything is going to get around fast. Nothing is really ever a secret. So I'm pretty sure like a teacher might have overheard and like said something to whatever, and they had cameras on campus. Like I don't know how they found out or whatever the case may be, but they did. So all I remember is that like when we were sitting in the office, I was sitting next to Cloudy, because me and Cloudy was like, we was real close at this point. Well, like we was close in general, but like, you know, that was my bitch. So I just remember Thunder coming out and saying, she was just like, bro, she know everything, like she know it all. There's no point in us lying. Like she done said everything from top to bottom, because we really had our story together. Like we really was going to sit here and lie and say that we never like went off, like snuck off the dorm floor or did anything, but sis knew. Okay, so after that we ended up getting suspended or whatever the case may be. I think we had got suspended for like, I want to say like a week maybe, or whatever the case may be, or 2 weeks or something like that. But we had to like, we got suspended until we had got called back for a disciplinary board meeting. So with it, like with the school, you get a certain amount of points, and if you get in trouble, you get those points taken away until you don't have none. When you get to like 0 points or whatever the case may be, then you're kicked out, like you're expelled. I don't even know how many points I had. I know during that, like up until that 9th grade year, I only ever was suspended once, and that was it. So I still had some points left. Like I didn't think that I was gonna get expelled because they called us back for the disciplinary meeting, and in the disciplinary meeting, it was like the whole board, my teachers, the principal, the freaking president of the entire campus. Like everybody was there, and I basically had to detail like the whole entire story in front of my mom. Like when I tell y'all, I'm talking about us kissing, I'm talking about the hickeys that was left on my neck and my chest, I'm talking about how we was almost about to have sex. Like I'm talking about everything. Like I had to recount everything that happened that night in front of my mom. I was bawling my eyes out. Like of course my mom knew because I had got suspended, but she just knew for them. I mean, I told her what happened because I always was the type of person to be like, okay, well I'm gonna tell my mom before they tell her, so that way, I don't know, like she already beat me and I already would have gotten in trouble, or she heard it from me versus hearing it from somebody else. Like I don't know if y'all do that, but I used to do that. Sometimes it would help me, sometimes it did, but in this case, it didn't help nothing at all because it just went further into details about what happened that night. So I was bawling my eyes out. So the result of it was that we got expelled. I want to say I was out of school for like a whole month, y'all. Like a whole entire month. Like the whole month of October gone. Or maybe it was like 3 weeks. I don't really know. It might have been like 3 weeks, but I know that I was back there by the time Halloween came, but I wasn't able to participate in the festivities because I was on like probation, like social probation, so I wasn't able to be in anything social. So the only reason why they let us back in is because the seniors, they were protesting for the other seniors who got expelled because they felt like, you know, they made it this far and they deserve to finish out their school year versus going somewhere else and finishing in that public school, private school, Catholic school, you know, however you want to do it. But So after we got back in, I ended up getting kicked back out again. But that's a different story time for a different day. Like, if y'all want to hear that story time, let me know. But I just want to go to show, like, this, all in all, this story time is to teach y'all that some men is not worth it. It's not worth your education, not worth your money, not worth your respect, not worth, you know, your temple. Because the whole entire time, Yante was never asking for me to come over. He had asked for Dana to come over, but I guess Dana didn't want to come over, and she knew about me and him or whatever and told me that he invited me over there. So that's how that happened. And then, like, after that whole situation happened, Dana and Yante actually ended up being boyfriend and girlfriend. So yeah, y'all, like, that just goes to show, like, do not, like, don't go out your way or go out, like, or step out of your character for no man, y'all. Like, I don't care how much you like him, I don't care how old he is, because during that time, like, I was like, I don't know what was wrong with me, but at like 15, 16, 17, 18, I was like into like older, like men that were older than me. Like, I don't know, it was like with some type of weird fetish that was, but it's not it. It's predatory as hell. And so yeah, y'all just gotta be on your P's and Q's. But that's it for this story time. I hope y'all enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next one. If y'all want to hear the story time about how I got kicked out for a second time, and that time was for good, y'all. Like, that was like, it was after that, it was no more boarding school for me. 10th on out, heavy public school, okay? So if y'all like that, if y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will drop a part 2 to me being expelled. And without further ado, bye, and I will see you guys in the next video.